Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Hutt's F1 Gaming League on F1 2022, whatever you want to call it these days. It's not working. Hello? There we go. Phew. I always have that feeling that something is going to go wrong, so I always have the audio on my phone. And fortunately, I'm able to hear myself, so there we go. Grab the controller as we are going into round 2 in Spain. And hopefully, there is no pain. But there may well be. You never know. So last week's winner in Australia was Luka Jovic. However, I don't think he's taking part today. I'm not sure. Do I see a Williams? No, Luka is not taking part today, so it's up to Goshan to be able to make a sizable advantage in the Drivers' Championship. Goshan was one of the favourites from the end of last season, but he started the last season too late to do anything. Who is first out on track? I don't know. It's not Big Six, it's the two AlphaTauris of Reese, who is the first car on track, followed by Biscuit, and then it's Sherlock in the thingy-majig, the Ferrari. Thank you for breaking my train of thought, phone. Let's just put you on to vibrate. Sherlock, I don't think, was able to take part last week, so he was replaced by someone else, Surtees, I think. Sherlock, a decent driver, but we'll have to see how he contends on this game. Slightly different from the previous game. Easier at times, but also at times not quite so easy. Big Vic. Don't recognise that name. I know we used to have Liam, however Liam has, I think, retired from the league. I'm not quite certain. Things happened. We'll go into details. As Reese begins his first flying lap and should set the benchmark for the entire session. We're only doing short quali here, so no Q1, Q2, Q3 sort of things. Sector 1 was completed fairly quickly. Oh, I think Sherlock has had an issue. He's been overtaken by Big Six. As we watch Reese going through 7 and 8, up to 9. There's another Ferrari going slowly. That would be Leroy Fusion? Leroy? We'll just call him Fusion on his outlap. 52.48 in Sector 2. For Reese, and the Ferrari's gonna get in the way. Fusion shouldn't hold him up too much, as there's a Red Bull taking the old route. Arguably should be the real route. Should never have put that stupid chicane in, as it completely ruins the flow of the track. Benchmark by Reese is a 1:19.136. Does not get beaten by Biscuit, but it's not by much. 1:49 for Biscuit. Big Six cannot match the time set by Reese. Who else do we have? Oh, that was a spin for Biscuit, but it doesn't matter too much. He is on his outlap, not in-lap or whatever, as Brawny in one of the Alpines sets the fastest lap time, followed by Big Vic just now, and Jordan in the Haas. Who else have we got? We've got Groffel has set an unrepresentative lap time in the Aston Martin, and Jordan crawling along for some reason. Guess he's just trying to get out of the way, or provide a bit of a slipstream for his teammate Shankstar, who is actually on an outlap, so... Who is about to start? A bit of a voice break there. Sounded oh, 1:17.6 for Eddie 1. An entire second quicker than Brawny. You'll have to forgive these brief pauses. I'm quite hungry, so I grabbed myself a snack. Well, I say snack. Light dinner of sorts. Oh! And he goes off the track. Doesn't matter too much. Where is Groffel? Going through turns 10/11 right now. Such a much better sequence of corners now. I hated turn 11 before. And now you're not guaranteed to be spun off every time you go through that turn now. So much better. It's quite like how it was back in 2003. Very similar as Groffel. Ooh, still not quite a representative time. He's lost a... It's better, but he's still quite some pace. Quite some time off the pace. A-Lord is doing a lot better as well. He had an unrepresentative lap time of 1:29.8. Where will the Alfa Romeo go? It's going to be much better. 1:18.9. It's enough for P6 on the road at the minute. Shankstar going through the same sequence, and then through turn 12 towards turn 13, the first part of the dreaded, hated chicane, and that's Jordan in front. Wonder if there was a bit of slipstreaming going on. How much has it helped Shankstar here? Probably not a lot. 1:19.2. Shankstar's bench, not the benchmark. Banker, that's the word I'm looking for. As Eddie, I think, has slightly improved his time. Or has he? I don't know. Pookie, though, has gone 1:18.3. He's currently second on the road. Aha, Goshan! 51.9 through Sector 2. That's quite an improvement over... I don't know who it was, but it's quite a good time. I think Groffel has spun in turn 3? Or maybe it was... Oh, Dave, I was to call him. 1:18.0. Still 4/10 off of Eddie. Don't know where Eddie's come from, but he's clearly got quite some pace to him. Daniel 99 coming through the chicane to set his banker here. Doesn't have too much traffic to contend with. Duras wide open, and at 1:18.4, it's not bad. Fourth on the road at the minute. Who else is behind? We've got Dave. Or maybe we should call him Jim? I have no idea how you pronounce that. We'll call him Jim. Starting his banker lap here. So I don't think he's got a lot of time. It would be nice to be able to see the time. Oh, he's not had a good turn 3 there. So that's going to be invalidated lap. Fusion, meanwhile, 1:19.7. Quite some way off the pace. Still a representative lap time, though. who is going to be next. We've got Sherlock again. Coming into the pits, though. Big 6. Going through turn 9. We'll see what his Sector 2 time is. 52.3. It's better, but nowhere near Goshan's pace. Meanwhile, Big Vic. Across the line. No, that's not representative. He was on a cooldown lap or something. We've had a spin, possibly? For Eddie. Bit of traffic going on. Where is Big 6? Coming through the final corner of turn 16. Across the line. He lost a bit of time, so he stays. Well, I was about to say P11, but he's moved down one now as someone has overtaken him. And I think that may have been Biscuit, possibly. Oh, and he's had a spin through turn 3. Oh. I really needed that sandwich. Oh, that's... Oh. I hate being hungry, and I was really hungry, so I had to grab myself a sandwich. Well, oh, car going slowly at turn 1. That is Sherlock on an outlap. Possibly getting in the way of Jim there. Is that Jim or is it Groffle? No, it's Groffle. Jim, meanwhile, he's not had a good Sector 1. I think he's going to be miles off the pace on this lap. But then again, didn't he have a spin? I don't remember. He is a second quicker, but it's... he's not doing so well here. Yeah, at least he's got 7 minutes to try and get a representative time on the board, and I think he's backed off. We've got a car in the gravel there as well. That might be Reese. No! It was Biscuit. Quack! We haven't been with Quack for a while. Unrepresentative lap time. But I think that was just a cooldown lap, or warm-up lap maybe. But he's going for it this time. In this rather decent looking Alfa Romeo. I do like... Oh, he goes round! That's what you get for wearing the number of Crash Tour Maldonado. So that lap is not going to count for anything. Not the first car we've seen spinning there either. We'll ride on board then with the equally decent looking AlphaTauri of Reese. Oh, there's been a spin for... I don't know who that is. It was Fusion. You know, it would be really nice to figure out where all the names of the cars have gone. I need that. Where is that? On-screen display? Cockpit view? Oh, I don't know. I'll turn that on. I don't know if that will help, though. Oh, Quack's gone off. I really need to see... Shiv has crashed out, so that's why there is a car missing. I'm going to try and find where all the... where would it be? Assists? Don't think so. I really need to find names over the cars, and I can't seem to find it. If anyone knows where that is, that would be really helpful for me, because it would tell me at a glance which car is which without having to see the helmets or the numbers, because everyone tends to use the same numbers. I think Jim and... oh, I don't remember. One of the Williams is using the number 88. Driver tags. It's right there. Why can't I see? It's on. Why can't I see the names of the players? This is quite frustrating, as Goshan has gone P1. 117.5. Oh, bit antsy through turn 9. And he's down. Still pushing. Just opening a can of Coke. So apologies for the loud pop if you heard that. Also, let me know how the audio balance is. I've taken a bit of feedback, and hopefully the game sound should be a bit louder relative to my voice. Let me know if my voice is too loud as well. I can turn it down if you need it. Though I understand that not everyone will be able to comment as they're playing right now. And my watchers tend to be the people I'm streaming, if that makes sense. Pookie is 2.5 tenths up through Sector 1, and the McLaren looking pretty racy. 118.3 was good when he set it, but he's been surpassed by 5 other drivers. What can Pookie do as he's practically flat through turn 9? What's his Sector 2 split going to be? 51.6 might be a bit down, but we'll have to see. Racing line through turn 10 is a bit dodgy. No one really knows where it is at the minute. If only you could just go straight there, rather than taking this stupid detour through the chicane. What's Pookie's time going to be? It's an improvement, 5.5 tenths quicker, but only a 117.8. He's still 3 tenths off the pace, and he may not get another opportunity to improve. Lerai Fusion just started another lap as Jim has actually managed to set a representative time. There's a car going slowly at the chicane. I think that is Biscuit. I don't know who's first on the track, relatively speaking. Jordan is on an out lap. Everyone's trying to get their laps in now. Oh, car going off there. That's a Williams. I don't think it matters too much. Probably on an out lap or an in lap. Goshan on his out lap. Daniel in the Williams has gone a tenth or so quicker than his previous. Is he going for another attempt here? I think so. There's a minute left in the session. I don't know who to watch here. Almost every single car is out of the track. There's only 3 cars not on track, and that's Pookie, Big Vic, and Big Six. Daniel making his way past the Aston Martin of someone. Oh, and actually Jim is in the pits too, so he will start dead last with a pretty naff time, if I'm honest. Williams. Oh, Reese is retired. Has he crashed? Yeah, I think Reese has crashed, so that's not gone well. Watch the timing boards. Where's Arax Biscuit going to go? Biscuit has not improved. He has improved his lap time, but not improved his position. Sherlock has just started his flying lap, so he'll be the last man across the line. First across the line to end the session is Daniel. Doesn't improve his position. Jordan will be next. Where's the Haas going to go? Doesn't improve his position. In fact, it was a slower lap. Who is that coming through the chicane? It's Brawny. ARL Brawny through the final corner and does improve, but not enough to get him up further than P3. Lord, well, it's Quack who's coming into the pits. Oh, Goshan. Oh, has spun. That's a strange one. Strange place to spin, so his provisional pole could be overtaken by Eddie. Not A-Lord, though. He didn't improve enough. Eddie has just gone provisional pole position, and I don't think... Well, there's only one man who could beat that, but it's not going to happen. Lasso has aborted his lap. And Shankstar's not going to do it either. So there we go. Eddie 1 takes pole position from Goshan. And on the second row, it's Brawny. And then Pookie. A-Lord and Lasso on the third row. Daniel and Jordan on the fourth row. And it's an old Ferrari fifth row. Sherlock and Fusion. Yes. Get in there, Eddie. Get in there, Eddie. Top of the world. Or however Bono says it. Prick. Highest placed Mercedes is Big Vic in 11th. If only it was like that in real life still. I wish they had never been able to sort out their porpoising issues. It should have been bouncing up and down all fucking season long. I need comedy in my life, and that would just... It was so much comedy watching Mercedes flounder, and now they're just getting podiums again. I hate them. Oh, well. On to the race then, or rather the formation lap at least. 28 seconds to go as people figure out their strategies, which tyres they're going to start on. Probably going to start on medium tyres. Might get a few hard starters, might get a few weirdos on the softs. I don't know what the weather's going to be like. There might be rain later on, but at the minute the skies look pretty clear. Bring up that telemetry. I'm going to need that position change. So, Eddie leading the way. From Goshan, it's the two Alpines in second and third. I think Alpine is leading the Constructors' Championship. Actually, let's just take a brief look at the tyres. And yes, majority of drivers, 18 out of 20, are on mediums. Pookie has started on the hards. He's trying to go for that alternate strategy that he loves so dearly. And then Quack is going on the softs, I guess trying to make early progress before moving on to something harder, but it's not going to be easy. Softs don't last quite as long as they did before. Oh, Luca's joined. Huh. Well, Luca, I don't know if you were able to actually take part, but, well, you can't take part now. So Eddie comes through the chicane and onto, well, through the final corner and onto the start-finish straight. Ready to, well, line up his car. Will he try and cover off the car in second place? Goshan? Oh, yeah, he's angling it a little bit. Last car is Jim, and he's actually AFK. He's not there, so AI driving Jim's car here. And we're probably going to get the same start camera glitch. Look at that AlphaTauri. Look how aggressive the angle is on that AlphaTauri. Waiting for the lights. Here we go. We're not going to get a very good starting angle here as the 5 lights on It's lights out and away we go, and I've no idea who's got a good start. It might be, it's Goshan is in the lead! I think that's Goshan anyway. It is definitely Goshan, yes! Goshan has managed to jump Eddie 1 into turn 1 and has taken the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. Already about 4/10 ahead, but losing that slightly. Eddie coming back at him. Bit of chaos going on further down as Jordan has lost 4 positions. Pookie has lost 5. There's a whole lot of jockeying further down the grid. It's been a nightmare start for Pookie as his hard tyres clearly weren't warmed up enough and clearly don't quite have the grip just yet. Though he's there's been a spin. That is Reese who's spun, and turn 7 claims another victim. 7, 8, whatever. He possibly rode one of the sausage curb. Oh, safety car. I think that's a safety car anyway. It doesn't say. It just decides to say, oh, yellow flag in all 3 sectors. Why not say safety car? It might be a virtual safety car. I don't know. Yeah, I think it says virtual safety car. I don't see the safety car dot. And everyone seems like they're still racing. So maybe that isn't a VSC. Maybe the game's bugged as we get the late predicted pit stop strategy. Lap 15 to 20. If you started on the mediums, Eddie here has got... Oh! No, he left... Yeah, there's still a VSC. There has to be, otherwise Eddie would have not lifted off there. So what I think has happened, Reese has lost his front wing or something through the crash, left debris, and then the game was a bit belated in calling out the VSC. And I wish I knew if it was ending, but I guess I don't need that info. Oh, there we go. I don't need that information, I guess. Oh, there's been another spin in the same place. Shiv, who started 19th, is still 19th. Finds himself spinning and falling further and further behind. So that's pretty much Shiv's race over, unless there's a proper safety car at any point. Lasso has got 2 positions up from his starting position of 6th, and it's so far Alpine, Red Bull at the front of the field. Both Alpines and both Red Bulls fighting for the race victory, and Lasso looking like, well, trying to lasso onto Brawny here and reel him in. It didn't quite come out so easily, but Lasso actually doing quite well. He seems to have quite a bit more pace than the Alpine ahead. Ooh, hang on. I thought there was a bit more of a closer battle going on. Sherlock, meanwhile, has... Oh, there we go. We just caught the sausage curb claiming another victim and someone's crashed. Leral Fusion has crashed on the exit of turn 9. But we're not getting a safety car or anything. So we got a really long VSC. Oh, and there's been another spin for... I think that's Jordan. Yeah, Jordan's had a spin or something. So a car crashes and just disintegrates. And that's just a yellow flag as another car has spun. But, a bit of debris and suddenly that's the fucking... Oh. Swore that, didn't mean to, but that was the virtual safety car. Really long one too. Pookie, meanwhile, trying to claw his way back up the field. Getting pretty close to Big Vic. His hard tyres evidently warmed up a bit. Gonna make a dive into turn 5. that was unintentional alliteration, or rhyming, or whatever. He wasn't quite able to make the move stick out of turn 5. Can he do it with the assistance of DRS out of turn 9? He'll have the DRS. Will he use the energy? No, he's quite content to stay here. I think he doesn't want Vic to get the DRS onto the main straight. Speaking of the main straight, we're probably going to get... We might well get a change of lead here as Eddie... Oh, Shivers crashed on the exit of turn 5 as well. Spain catching a few drivers out. Meanwhile, Eddie has the DRS. He's using the energy and he's going to sail past Goshan into turn 1. And now it's an Alpine sandwich with the Red Bull as the 2 Red Bulls as the bread. There's been another spin. I think that's Jabber. Yes, it was Jabber. He's had an incident of some description. Meanwhile, Pookie still stuck behind Vic, and he's now got an AlphaTauri for company. That's Biscuit getting really close. And Pookie's got to be feeling the pressure. He needs to get past this Mercedes. There's been another spin. Groffle on the exit of turn 4. How are so many people spinning here? I don't get it. Are people still using the wrong setups? You need to try and use lower tyre pressures after patch 1.06. Pookie was briefly ahead of Vic there. He's got the inside on turn 12. He needs to get past Vic. Is he going to try and rely on the DRS? He's going up the inside of turn 12. And there's a Alfa Romeo facing the wrong way. Pookie gonna get past, but he's done it a bit too early as... Oh, wait, no. Somehow the game has decided that Pookie gets the DRS. Wait, no. What? Neither of them have it. I think the game has got confused and not given the DRS to either of these drivers. I think they were neck and neck to the point that the game just didn't give either of them DRS, and that's allowed Biscuit to get past into P5. Well done, game. Great job. Lasso, meanwhile, after looking so racy earlier, I think he may have had maybe a spin or a moment, but he's lost touch to the leading 3. 2.5 seconds off of Brawny. And the 2 Alpines probably going to work together here to try and get back past Eddie. Though Brawny, is he going to be the team player or is he going to drive for himself? They may be in the same car, the same team, but will either of these 2 drivers fight for the team? It's probably too early in the season to tell. Goshan has fallen a little bit back, but, well, with the DRS he's going to be able to catch up again. Won't be able to make a move into turn 1, he's too far behind. There's been another spin! A-Lord! I think many people being caught out by the sausage curb on the exit of turn 15. Meanwhile, Vic is managing to get past Biscuit, and this is one almighty scrap for P5 here. It's a 3-way fight between Biscuit in the AlphaTauri, Big Vic in the Mercedes, and Pookie in the McLaren. Biscuit, though, has used up too much of his energy, I think, and he's not going to be able to contend, and he's going to fall off the pace pretty quickly here, I would imagine. Big Vic has also used a lot of his energy. Pookie, meanwhile, has conserved it. Oh, there's been another spin for Groffle at turn 3. Not going well for everyone here. I'm very confused. It must be an ice rink for some reason. Very strange ice rink. Maybe they're using hot ice. So Pookie will have the DRS onto the start-finish straight. Is he going to use his energy to try and get past? Groffle has decided to DNF. I would have got round to the pit lane, mate, as Pookie going up the inside of turn 1 on Vic. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Yes, he can! The DRS and a little bit of energy usage has helped Pookie get ahead with the Mercedes, and I don't think Vic is going to have much of an answer for it. He doesn't have as much energy as Pookie does. Oh, and I think Vic has also made a bit of an error there, as Biscuit was able to catch up by quite a bit. Going through turn 9, who's going to be able to do what here? Biscuit's using what energy he has left. It's not going to be enough. Into turn 10. And Pookie is just on the margin of a second ahead of Vic. Though I think his grip, lack of it, compared to the mediums, not going to help him out here, but, well, I say that and he's just gone 1.2 seconds quicker. Ooh, not had the greatest of exit on turn 15, and that has actually allowed Vic to catch up. So something's gone wrong for Pookie here. Pookie, his P5, is in danger. Vic's taking a look. Isn't able to capitalize on it, and now Pookie has to try and do that work again. Oh, Vic's slow. Biscuit trying to go around the outside. Which one is going to come out on top here in what is currently a scrap for P6? But it's the larger battle for P5. Meanwhile, at the front, Eddie has pulled away from Brawny, who actually got ahead of Goshan. I didn't catch that. Was too busy watching this scrap for P5. But yes, it's Eddie, now 1.7 seconds ahead of Brawny, who is 1.8 seconds ahead of Goshan, who is 2.4 seconds ahead of Lasso. And I think the two Alpines spent too much time fighting, and that is, for the time being, hampered their ability to fight for P1 at here. And the gap's just growing. Meanwhile, Vic, maybe he'll rely on Pookie making another error out of turn 15, but I don't think so. No, I think the fight for P5 has ended, and it has become the fight for P6. Biscuit has the DRS, but Vic was using his energy in both cars now on critically low energy. They've got to try and harvest whatever they can, but they're both fighting, they're both pushing as much as they can. Currently, it's the closest battle on track. However, a bit further down the field, we've got Sherlock fighting with I don't know what I was trying to say there. With A-Lord. Within a second, so he will have the DRS. And he's got Big Six just behind. Oh, there's been a spin. I think that's Reese. Yes, Reese has spun on turn 3. Lots of cars being claimed there. I'm not sure why. It's not... Oh! Big moment for Big Vic! Yeah, I don't think that should be your name, mate. Oh, no, wait, I don't understand what I'm saying. As Jim has had a spin, but I think that was just his AI or something. So Vic, the battle for P6 ends rather ignominiously with a bit of oversteer. A snap of oversteer for Vic's Mercedes, and that will allow Biscuit to maybe fly off into the distance, and that allows us to watch Sherlock making inroads on A-Lord, who has a bit more energy to spare than the Ferrari, but it's not enough. Maybe has a bit too much downforce, and Sherlock doesn't quite sail past the Alfa Romeo, but yeah, he's ahead. Using his energy to try and get back up ahead, though. He's trying to go side by side, and there's contact! A-Lord has not ended his race, but certainly not helped his race by making a rather opportunistic move into turn 4. I think he just had too much speed there, and he's lost that battle. That's not gone well at all. So now, Pookie has a lot of pace, and I reckon that the hard tyres have more grip than the mediums now. The mediums were meant to last until around lap 15, and they're probably starting to fall off a little bit. We'll have to see what Pookie can do. He is within a second of Lasso's Red Bull. And Lasso, to his credit, has managed to catch up a little bit to Goshan, but not enough. Only about 4/10, 3 or 4/10. And he's just losing it a little bit. Oh! Pookie loses it on the exit of turn 4. And that's how it promotes Biscuit and probably Vic into the preceding positions. Oh dear. So Pookie has to do all that work again. It's back to square one for the McLaren driver, and he's got to be kicking himself for that. So at the minute, there isn't really a battle to watch. No car is that close to everyone. No Pookie, what's he going to be able to do? How screwed are his tyres? Will he be able to catch up to Vic enough? He's got the energy to do it, as I think Jabba has spun at turn 3 again. Yep. Why do so many cars keep spinning? It must be tyre pressures. Everyone must be running incredibly hot tyres. You need to lower your tyre pressures. Old setups will not work with high tyre pressures. Okay, so Pookie's race isn't over yet. He's managing to catch back up to Vic. And he's already within a second, as there's a switch. We've got Sherlock into the pits. And aside from... Oh no, don't do it again! Oh, Pookie! No. Pookie. How? Dude. That's a safety car. Pookie just takes a bit too much grass. And he loses control. And that's his second DNF in a row, and that's going to allow everyone to make pit stops. So it's probably going to be double stack from all 4 of the leading cars. And yeah, we've got the cars in. And away goes Eddie One's car. Just in time. Oh! Brawny has to change his front wing. That's going to allow, I reckon, Lasso to get past Goshan. Oh dear. Oh dear. And in fact, Goshan has lost out to Biscuit too. What is going on? Brawny must have had front wing damage. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh! And Jim has been disqualified. Though I think that's just the AI being strange. Or is it? Oh, that was odd. Rather large amount of dust for just a brief foray onto the grass. But there we go. Game being weird. We're down to 15 runners. We've lost Jim, who's just been disqualified for driving too fast. We lost Fusion after he crashed at turn 9. We lost Shiv after he crashed at turn 4. We lost Groffle after he spun at turn 3 and decided to rage quit. And we lost Pookie, who brought out this safety car after he crashed at turn 4. Pookie. Pookie! You disappoint me. At least it gives me a chance to sip on my cola. So I've got to wait a little while for the rest of the field to catch up. Jabba is almost 30 seconds behind Reese, that is. He's a minute and 10 seconds behind Eddie. Eek. At least Eddie is behind the safety car, and Jabba is able to go at much higher speeds to catch up, but he's lost on the road now. And if there's one thing about Jabba, I hate to say it, but Jabba, you're probably not the best driver here. But I'm rooting for you, mate. We'll see where you finish. Who knows? Maybe you'll pull out a. I don't know what the word I was looking for. For some reason, my brain decided to pull out Wonka Bar. You're gonna pull out a Wonka Bar or something and maybe win the race. I don't know. Here's the golden ticket. Of course, the real Formula 1 golden ticket would be, I don't know, going to one of the factories, I guess. I wonder which team has the everlasting gobstopper. Yeah. That was a bit of a rookie mistake, if I have to say, Pookie. Just going too far onto the grass. That's the sort of thing you do in Formula Ford. Well, Jabba's caught up, so the race should get back underway on lap 17, unless the game has other ideas. Who knows, maybe the safety car will really enjoy being out and stay out. Which it's not meant to, but who knows, maybe it will. Because it wouldn't be the F1 game if there wasn't some glitch with the safety car. Oh dear. Pardon me. Too much throttle. What sort of tyre pressures were you running? Because I can only imagine that you were running too high tyre pressure. Hence, you probably overheated your tyres a bit, which is probably why so many people have been spinning. Meanwhile, I've just got to watch the safety car, or watch from Eddie's perspective here, and watch the lights on that Aston Martin Vantage. Oh, there we go, we don't need to, as Race Control does decide to notify us that the safety car is coming in, rather than just saying that there's yellow flags in all three sectors. Need to fix that, Cody's. I don't know how you managed to mess that up. Anyway, Eddie will control the restart. Back in pole position, essentially. Lasso will have to try and get past Brawny, and Goshan has his work cut out, as he's got an AlphaTauri in front of him. It could be a bit of a roadblock. Everyone, I believe, is on hard tyres. We shall just take a brief look. Yes, everyone is on hard tyres. A few people on older hard tyres as the race gets back underway. And I think Brawny has had an excellent restart there. He's right behind the Red Bull of Eddie 1. He's in the slipstream. Is he going to be able to make a move? I don't think so. He doesn't quite have the straight line speed. Eddie sort of covering off the inside. And that's Lasso getting very close there. Brawny incredibly racy here. It's a bit of an Alpine sandwich with the Red Bulls as the bread. And that's Lasso going up the inside of turn 4. And it's turned into a Red Bull 1-2 at this time. But both of the Alpines are right behind. Goshan actually got past ARX Biscuit relatively easily because I think Biscuit spun. So that's Biscuit's race over, and he was doing so well. But now these Alpines going to oh no, that's too late on the brakes for Brawny. Almost said too wide. He really almost screwed the pooch with that one. Almost collected Lasso. He just went on the brakes way too late, and now he finds himself right behind Goshan. That was really close. It was almost like a brake failure, reminiscent of Charles Leclerc's in Monaco 2018. Still, he's within the DRS range for now, but he's lost a fair amount of ground. And battle for the lead at the minute, the most entertaining part of this race. Energy usage by Goshan. And Lasso is going to try and make that Red Bull the widest Red Bull in the world. Goshan tried to take a look up at the inside of turn 4. Oh, he's going wide. Lasso is a little bit wide. Opened the window a bit for Goshan, but he just couldn't get through. Goshan really close to Lasso here. Energy usage galore. Now try not to do what Brawny did. And the brake usage is much better than Goshan. Does get a little bit of a wobble. Oh, there's been a spin for Biscuit at turn 8. And it's just gone from bad to worse for Biscuit. Who wants to bet that every driver is going to spin at some point? DRS enabled on this lap. Eddie leads from Lasso, from Goshan, from Brawny, and then it's 2.25 seconds back to the Mercedes of Big Vic, who has the Williams of Daniel 99 for company. Further back, we've got the two Alfa Romeos having a bit of a scrap. Quack within a second of A-Lord, his teammate. And the next closest battle, actually it's kind of the same battle actually, Big Six and the two Hasses of Shankstar and Jordan, also pretty close to A-Lord there. Still a bit of a big train, but this is the real pain train here, or hype train, or whatever. And Lasso has the DRS, as do the two Alpines. Not long enough of a straight for any of these cars to make a move on the leader. And Eddie probably going to be sweating bullets on the main straight unless he'll let Lasso pass. Maybe he'll have to. Or maybe Lasso is going to play the team game. DRS wide open within 0.5 of Eddie. Oh! Closes the DRS, so Lasso is playing the team game. Going to defend Goshan. Defend from Goshan here. Both Red Bulls getting really close together. I think Lasso may have to go past Eddie regardless if it helps defend from the Alpines. This is one almighty scrap, and this fighting is allowing Brawny to get closer again after being 0.8 down at one point. I have to keep a close eye on these four drivers as this battle is just, like I said before, almighty. How's it going for Eddie? He's able to hold on to it for now. Doesn't have the hairpin turn like it was last year, or rather 2020, but you know, Codemasters couldn't be bothered to make this version of the track for the last year, so Everyone keeps coming up with rumours that, oh, next year they're going to completely redo the game. We've been saying that since 2018. We thought 2019 would be the big rehaul of the game. But it wasn't. Then we thought it would be 2020, and it wasn't. Then we thought it would be 2021, then it wasn't. Then we thought it would be F1 2022, and it wasn't. In fact, if anything, I think 22 has been a bit of a step backwards in some ways. Step forward in others, but a bit of a step backwards in others. Like, who cares about supercars in an F1 game? I don't. Sure, it's nice to drive the safety car, but if I wanted to drive a McLaren 720S, I've got Forza Horizon 5 for that. So, thanks, Codemasters, but we don't need supercars. Anyway, small rant over. Daniel, meanwhile, got back past him. Well, wasn't past him in the first place, but he has got past Vic in the Mercedes, and he's already pulled just about a second ahead. A-Lord, meanwhile, has the DRS on Sherlock, and that's probably helped him defend from Quack somewhat. And have the two Hasses switched positions? I'm not sure. Possibly. Meanwhile, DRS train at the front. Brawny has set the fastest lap of the race. Well, he did until Daniel superseded it. Getting very close at the front there, and Brawny has a front row seat. Oh, I thought I was going to spin there. I know the game loves to spin you if you so much as tap that curb. Is Goshan going to be able to make a move? Not sure. He's definitely keeping the pressure on Lasso. There are 11 laps to go. We are 2/3 of the way through this race, and it is gripping from one lap after. I don't know what I'm trying to say. One lap after the other. Brawny had a bit of a better exit than his teammate from turn 9 there. Meanwhile, A-Lord has had one hell of a... Oh, I thought he was going to make the move there. He had a much better launch. He was using his energy on against Sherlock as well, I think. He could make the move for P7 here, but we've got to go back to the leading quad here as Eddie, once again, having to defend from his teammate and the two Alpines. I don't think they're going to be able to do it on this occasion. A-Lord, though. Ooh. Something went wrong for A-Lord there. His wing isn't open. Now, I don't know if you can have car failures in online game modes, but it's certainly possible. Oh, and we just watched Quack spinning in the background there. So, possible that A-Lord has had a DRS failure as Biscuit retires from the race after being in P4 at one point, and he threw it all away. Big shame for the AlphaTauri driver. And the two Hasses switching positions. Oh, getting a bit close. Oh, something's going on at the front of the pack. Lasso has lost out to Goshan here. Oh, Goshan are getting a bit of a slide out of turn 12. I think Goshan, bit of an opportunist here, took the gap that was there, and that fighting has allowed Eddie to pull away a bit. But it's no longer a Red Bull 1-2. Goshan will be able to fight back, well, crawl back up the... I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Claw back against Eddie, and he said he has done that. He wants that win. We got another... Oh, no. Daniel. Oh, the Williams... And that's down into P8 for Daniel after he set the fastest lap of the race. And now... it's happening to so many people. A-Lord, meanwhile, still just behind Sherlock, but Sherlock has a bit of energy to use, so he could be safe here. He just has to use the energy every time he's on a DRS straight. And Sherlock might be catching Big Vic. Something that Big Vic certainly isn't doing is catching. He's actually falling further behind the leading four, who are just in a complete league of their own here. These four have been practically inseparable since the safety car ended on lap 17. And Goshan sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 120.7. Let's take a brief look at the best lap that Eddie has done, 121.1. So Eddie definitely under threat here. Only 1.3 seconds was that? 1.4 we'll say seconds separate the top four. This is just incredibly close racing. Brawny though falling a little further back again. And Lasso I think is going to want to try and get back past Goshan if he can. Now that Eddie doesn't have the safety margin, he's probably going to have to use his energy a lot more, and he has built it up a bit. Goshan doesn't quite have as much. I thought he was going wide for a second there. I'm too used to the old layout. A-Lord, if he did have a DRS issue, it's certainly been sorted now, and he was able to make a little bit of ground on the Ferrari of Sherlock there, who is in a decent position of P6. He's apparently, I don't know if he's I think he might be up 3 positions. I'm not sure. The game's being weird. It's not saying that, giving me a position arrow. A-Lord has the DRS. He's using his energy. Sherlock has also used pretty much all of his energy. Is A-Lord going to be able to make the move? No. Not quite. Goshan, though, getting really close to... Whoa! What the hell? Well, there's been a swapping of positions, I think, but on the start-finish straight there, possibly. I've missed it on the playback of the stream. But yeah, Eddie, suddenly MP3. And now, being accosted by Brawny, it's Lasso in the lead, ahead of Goshan. Oh no! Oh! Sherlock has had a crash! Sherlock has crashed just before turn 9, and that is going to provide a bit of relief for the leading four. But Lasso in the lead with how many laps is that? 26. We'll get to 27. About 6 laps, I think, to go. Oh, Eddie pits, as does Brawny. Few cars coming into the pits, going onto soft tyres. Game being weird. There's going to be a double stack for the Hasses. In comes Jordan. And Shankstar. Move! And Shankstar's going to lose out from that. Not really his... Well, actually, I guess it kind of is his fault. He came into the pits, but probably didn't have much of a choice. So, soft tyres for how many people? Well, Reese is on fairly new mediums, but I don't know how much of a match they will be for brand new, fresh, soft tyres. I'll tell you who's going to be at a disadvantage here. Lasso and Goshan still on 13-lap-old hard tyres. This is a Charles Leclerc situation from Great Britain 2022. Who wants to bet that the old hard tyres are going to be completely hopeless against the fresh soft tyres. I almost completely forgot about my cola, and it was almost warm. Yikes. But hey, at least it wasn't like that one time I had hot Coke. Not hot like spicy, hot as in I didn't have a cool bag or anything for it. I left it in a tent an entire day, and by the time I got to it, it was literally body temperature warm. That was one of the biggest, worst mistakes I've ever made when it comes to cola. My second biggest mistake when it comes to drinking cola is actually drinking it. If I ever have children, I need to tell myself that I need to hide it from them, or tell them it's poison. If you drink it, it will kill you. But I don't know. At least it's better than alcohol, am I right? Safety car should be coming in. There we go. We're down to 13 runners. After Biscuit retired and Sherlock crashed, we have 5 laps remaining, or maybe it's about 4 laps. We should get 2, possibly 3 laps of DRS running here. And it's Lasso leading them away, but I can't see how Lasso is going to hold on here. Same with Goshan, with these brand new, fresh, soft tyres on the cars behind. These leading 2 could plummet like the metaphorical stones, but it's been a bad launch restart for Eddie 1, who is having to defend already from Brawny, and yeah, Eddie's having to use his energy already. Brawny decided not to use his to try and get past, and that may cost him in the long run. That's also probably not helped Eddie here, but with the fresh soft tyres, he should make a lot of ground. You can see how much closer he gets. It's like a completely different car. You'd think he was in an LMP1 and the guys in front were in LMP2s, if that's how it works. But, oh no! Gosh, Eddie! Oh, that was very close. He didn't quite hit the wall, but that's not going to help his chances. He's already 1.5 seconds behind. So, even though the leading pair are on ancient hard tyres, Eddie, making one mistake, is got his work cut out for him. Same with Brawny. Fortunately, the soft tyres will be able to help him out through the twists and the turns, but not so much on the straights. He's got to rely entirely on his battery for the first couple of laps. Meanwhile, A-Lord is up into 5th. How has that happened? He's where he started the race now. Oh, he's got a bit of company behind him. And is that Vic gonna try and make it round the outside? No, he can't quite do it. Oh, we got a yellow flag. Shankstar has had an incident at turn 1, but is able to recover quickly. Oh no! No, we're riding aboard with A-Lord here, but it's the other Alfa Romeo of Quack who's spun at turn 3. Everyone seems to be doing it. And Brawny has got past Eddie. Eddie. I think his tyres have been a little bit shot, and now Brawny could be on for an unexpected victory here, because now he is going to be able to make the moves on the cars in front. The hard tyres not going to have anywhere near the amount of grip. We've got yellow flags behind. I think that's Daniel who's had a spin, possibly. Oh, possibly a little bit of a mistake for Brawny. Oh, I don't know. Yellow flags again. Shankstar spun again. Brawny, fastest man on track. 1:20.079. What is it for the others? 7/10 quicker than Lasso and Goshan, but that's understandable. Eddie, 1:20.7 as well. Brawny is flying here. And he will have the tyre... Will he have the tyre life? He should. He's going to definitely have the grip. But that grip will be quickly falling off. Oh, how is he gonna be able to do this? Is he gonna be able to make the move into turn 10? Not easy to overtake in these parts of the track. And he does. Oh, yellow flag again. That's Shankstar again. DRS then is enabled. And once again, the top four inseparable, but the order is quite a bit different than it was a couple laps ago. There was a bit of a floaty moment for Brawny just there. Oh, that's getting a bit close. I thought he was going to make contact with Goshan's diffuser. And what's he going to do? He's using his energy. Does he smell the blood in the water? Goshan's using his energy to try and stay ahead, try and even get past Lasso, who has more energy to play with. Goshan is going to make a move. Oh, then that's the wrong car. And Goshan is into the lead of the race on lap 32. And Brawny, the two soft-clad runners, not quite able to make the moves. This is getting really close here. Oh, no! There's spin. There's contact between someone. Goshan had a bit of a moment on the hard tyres, and that's going to allow Eddie to possibly get in front. And indeed, it is. It's going to be a Red Bull 1-2, unless the Alpines can say anything about it. Goshan, I don't know who's got the damage here. It might be one of the Red Bulls. I saw something flying. No, it's Brawny's Alpine. So that's going to harm Brawny here a little bit. What is Eddie going to be able to do then on his soft-clad Red Bull? Is Lasso going to let him past? Or is Lasso going to try and fight it for all he's worth? No, the Alpines. One is on old tyres, the other has damage. That's it, I think. I'm afraid. The two Alpines, they've fought valiantly. Eddie is going to try and go around the outside of Lasso. Can they keep it clean? I think they can. Eddie is into the lead, but Lasso is fighting for every second, every millimetre of track, but he can't hold on. And this has been an almighty, incredible scrap for the lead. I haven't really been able to show much else, really. Oh, bit wide for Lasso there. He still has to worry about Brawny, who may have that bit of damage, but he is still on pretty fresh, new, pretty grippy, soft tyres, though they will be falling off a little bit. Oh, goes wide as well. Oh, God, that's the damage. It's been an incredible... Oh, no, A-Lord spun at turn 9. Oh, he was up in P5. That promoted Big Rick into 5th. It's like real life. Oh, and Quack spun as well. Synchronized spinning for the Alfa Romeos. But it's been an incredible race. Lasso may be trying to get a sneaky win there, but it's a Red Bull 1-2. Oh, just ahead of an Alpine 3-4. Brawny finds himself on the podium. Goshan, after fighting for everything, one mistake ruined not just his, but his teammates' race as well. After being P5 at the beginning of lap 33, A-Lord finds himself finishing the race in P10 after spinning just before turn 9, actually, my mistake. What a bit of a disappointment. Jordan in the Haas finds himself in P6, actually, so that's been a pretty good race for him. And Jabba, to his credit, has got up to P9. So maybe he's not the worst. But there we go. What a race. What a race. And Big Six gets the game's version of Driver of the Day. Maybe he deserves it. It's... that was a pretty close race. Eyes glued to the screen. To the top 4. There we go. It's Brendan Lee? No, David Tunitzer. That's the model that Eddie is using. Maybe Eddie is actually David Tunitzer in disguise. Probably not. He'd be miles in front. Well, there we go. There's your podium. Red Bull 1-2 and Brony, the sole Alpine. Maybe we could get that later this season. I want to see Nando on that podium. Nando, don't let me down. Yeah, that was actually a good race from Big Six. He started in 15th, moves up to P7. Good race from Vic too, moves from P11 to P5. But that probably would have been A-Lord in P5 had he not made the one mistake where it counted. Daniel gets the fastest lap of the race, 119.8, but he finishes outside of the points, 119.8. That's insane. Not even the leaders were able to do that. At the end of the race, with brand new tyres.